don't know about you guys, but I don't like being tempted that way. Plarium knows exactly what they're doing right now. We're halfway through the Thallen Fusion, and they have just released these two new events. The Soul Chase tournament that promises you some pretty good rewards. We've got some Twisted Horns, legendary relic materials here at the very top. But they did not release a 2x on any of the Soul Stones. And another thing, this Gear Ascension tournament directly supporting this Soul Chase tournament in its rewards and what it gives you. And third, Colossus Conquest tournament starting tomorrow, where you have to clear the event dungeon to get tournament points and rewards, working like a dungeon divers. Now these events are a sweet treat for anyone who does not participate in the fusion or has given up on participating in the fusion, even though we gotta talk about how they just did not release a 2x here on the Soul Stones. For this one, don't forget to click on my link in the description to get a free legendary Narma, as well as Anax, Ugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you level up your account. Here is how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. This will give you a huge advantage in raid, so go click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Now this is a wonderful way to trick us into spending some of our resources that we, and I by we mean the people participating in the fusion, the Thallen Fusion, get us to spend our resources on something different than the dungeon divers right now. And notice how we have the dungeon divers and a little bit left on the Ice Golem, which to be fair you should have completed by now, at least gotten your Glen Sage out of. But this is what happens now. This is where I am at. I'm at a point where I can only earn points for the dungeon divers, get my last book here in the Ice Golem tournament, and then what? Where do I spend my energy? Will I be tempted to go down and get some oils and extracts from the Sand Devil and the Phantom Shogun? I might. That's what I'm saying. At this point of my account, it doesn't take me much to go down Phantom Shogun in particular and just get 2,000 points out of it. Maybe even 3,000 to get to an Ancient Shard, right? But tell me why. Tell me how am I supposed to not get tempted for the Soul Chase? The points are hefty. It's not easy to make them. Even for a 2-star mythical soul, you're only gonna earn 40 points. Also, why are these non-capitalized? It kind of bothers me. I need to see them capitalized. Anyway, and I am getting tempted because there's good relics that you can win from these Twisted Horns. Even the two rare relics here, the Tempest Morbidia and the Sinner's Cloak, are pretty damn good. And the only other way to get these Twisted Horns right now is through the Coalition event. And let's face it, a lot of us, and by us again I mean fusion people, are waiting for the fusion to be done so that we can focus on the Coalition event. And considering that a big part of our points are gonna come from fusing Thallen Foulbeard and working on him, it's safe to assume that a lot of us are not gonna get to see anything more than an epic Twisted Horn relic material. And I don't know how to feel about that, guys. I don't know how to feel with this FOMO. I don't know what to do with myself. On one hand, I really appreciate that Raid finds things to give people to do all the time, regardless of what you want to do in the game, whether you want to boycott fusions, participate in them at all. And you can't really have everything, right? You can't just have both the energy to run Dungeon Divers and the energy to run Phantom Shogun and the energy to run the event dungeon and come on, how much energy do y'all endgamers have as a cap? When you get to level 100, right? How much energy do you have as a cap? What I mean to say is that you have to pick one thing to do. You can't just do everything. And right now, I would have a lot more fun if I participated in the non-fusion events rather than the fusion ones. I mean it. This is how far I am coming along with Thallen. I have one ready epic, and I have a bunch of kind of ready rares. I have 5 ready rares and 2 cooking ones. So that's nearly 2 epics. I just need 1 more rare to make a full epic, and then I'll have 3 epics, and we just need 4 more Glen Sages, and we're done with the fusion. 4 more events, guys. And now what we have coming up is a gear enhancement in the 19 hours that I am planning on skipping, just because I don't need all of the Glen Sages. That is one of the 4 events that I can allow myself to skip. And I do have the money for it, it's just after it I'm not gonna have any money. I don't want that. I am yet to build out a couple of new champions. I am yet to do some upgrades on some of my teams. Swap out some champions here and there, swap out some gear. So I still want to have at least 30 million going into the last gear enhancement event. Another event that I really am on the fence about skipping as well is the last champion chase. I don't want to rely on the champion chase to get Glen Sage, because that's probably what we'll be getting. And the other 2 I will leave free so that I can skip them whenever desired. I want to have 2 events that I just, you know, I can skip when I wake up in the morning and I go, oh my god, I don't feel like doing anything today. That's when I want to use— whoa! Hey, calm down! What you say? That was trickery. They tricked me pretty damn bad. But yes, thank you. I needed a rant today because what do you mean I can't participate in all of the events? And I might sound, you know, a little greedy. I might get a little greedy, but I don't want to miss out on the relics. That's all. I want to have the opportunity to win, you know, some event relics. Because I still feel a little sour that I couldn't win a single Cat's Gaze. And I thought that I would have more time to earn relics, you know? Relic materials, but I didn't. And now I fear the same thing's gonna happen where I'm not gonna get to the Twisted Horns in time. I'm not gonna get enough Coalition event points. The Tall Infusion is gonna give me 1,700 I think it was. Tops. I'm still not gonna get to see any legendary Twisted Horns. I might not ever fuse a legendary Twisted Horn relic. And I'm coming to terms with that. But I will run my Dungeon Divers. I will try and get to the very last slot. It's gonna take me a lot of energy, but I have a lot of gems to spare. What I want to do is I want to get these prism shards. Crystals. The prism crystals, guys. Yes, thank you for the block revive. That was very timely placed. And I want to see if I can pull myself something juicy. We have 3 more days, I think, on the Savage Summon pool. And I saw that Rathos was on the roster. I mean, you know. For a chance of obtaining a Rathos, I would do it. I would grind. At the end of the day, I could even ditch the fusion if I felt like it, you know? Yeah, I don't necessarily feel like I'm being pressured into the Dungeon Divers right now. Or pressured into the fusion or anything, really. But it's just— why do we have to pick which events to participate in every time, you know? You release 7,000 events at once, and they all have pretty good rewards depending on how you look at it, literally. Because I would say that Tallinn is not the kind of must-have that everybody needs on their account, you know? It's not a Armand's would have been, or like some that I've missed out for sure throughout my raid journey because I'm brand new. But Tallinn is not one of them. Yes, he could smack very hard. Even though we saw his multipliers, they're not anything crazy. Because he has so many, you know, he has extra turns proccing here and there, and we all kind of assume that he's not gonna smack super hard. And therefore, it would make perfect sense to release something just as tempting as the fusion would be for some of us, for all players. And on another hand, I can see the positive in it that no matter who you are and what you want to do throughout June, you're always gonna have something to do. The thing about June, on the other hand, I'm flipping the coin with every sentence that I'm saying, guys. These are a lot of conflicting emotions, but bear with me and sit with me through them, okay? They can coexist. Summer is for vacation. June is for me to go to Greece and eat calamari and lay out in the sun and bathe in the water, and it's not for Raid Shadow Legends. Stop making me do things in the summer. I swear, I am going on vacation in 2 weeks. And this time, I am ever so grateful that the fusion is finishing and completing before I get to leave, because this happened with me with Fabian as well, where I had to leave to the States for 10 days in the middle of the fusion, and so I missed it. But this time I am getting Tallinn, and I am going on vacation afterwards to relax after this whole thing, right? But you guys, this is just your daily reminder that there will always be something to do in Raid Shadow Legends. So if life is calling you out there, and if you need to go and do something for your well-being, for yourself, for your family, go and do it. Forget about fusions, forget about gear ascension, forget about immortal soul stones and all that crap, right? This is never gonna run away. It's never gonna disappear, but life will pass you by. So go out there, experience stuff, stay safe, and I will catch you guys again in the next one. Bye!